Justin Bieber is one of the world's most recognizable pop stars. Starting so young, he's been taken advantage of so many times. Scooter Braun. Scooter is a talent manager and businessman, and he's been accused of taking advantage of Justin Bieber in various ways during their professional relationship. Braun discovered Justin on YouTube in 2008 and became his manager early on. Bieber was only 14 at the time, and Braun convinced Justin's mother, Patty, to let him manage her son's career. Braun then went on to secure a recording contract for Bieber with Island Records, but the contract allegedly gave Braun significant control over Bieber's career and all of his earnings. Bieber's contract with Braun's management company, SB Projects, allegedly included unfavorable terms such as a 50-50 profit split. Now, this meant that Braun's company took half of Bieber's earnings from music sales, touring, and merchandise. Bieber has claimed that he didn't understand the contract terms and was absolutely taken advantage of. Braun allegedly also pushed Bieber to work excessively, leading to burnout and exhaustion. Bieber has spoken publicly about the toll the constant touring and performing took on his mental and physical health. Braun's management style allegedly prioritized profit over Bieber's well-being. Bieber has also, claimed that Braun exerted significant control over his music and creative decisions. Braun allegedly pushed Bieber to produce music that was more commercial and radio friendly, rather than allowing him to explore, his own artistic vision. Bieber has also accused Braun of taking advantage of him financially. Braun allegedly used Bieber's money to fund his own business ventures and investments, with Bieber actually knowing nothing or giving consent at all. Bieber has spoken out about the emotional manipulation he experienced during his time with Braun, and that Braun allegedly used guilt and manipulation to control his behavior and decisions. He did, however, in 2019 speak publicly about his gratitude for Braun's support during his early days, and Braun has maintained, his innocence and has said that he did nothing wrong and always acted in Bieber's best interest. Ludacris. There are some theories that Ludacris took advantage of Justin Bieber when he was 15. Ludacris was featured on Justin's song Baby, and some people have said that he was taking advantage of Justin's youth and talent to further his own career. Ludacris was, at the time, the more established artist, but his career was dwindling down, which is likely why the rumor started in the first place. Now, despite all of this, Ludacris has spoken quite highly of Justin and their collaboration together. In an interview with MTV News, Ludacris actually praised Bieber's work ethic and professionalism, saying Justin Bieber is a very talented young man. He's got a great work ethic and he's very professional for his age. Bieber has also spoken positively about working with Ludacris, saying that he learned a lot from the experience and appreciated the opportunity to collaborate with such a respected artist. Sean Diddy Combs. A 2011 video of Justin Bieber and Diddy on Jimmy Kimmel Live has resurfaced in the wake of the rapper's arrest. The clip begins with host Jimmy Kimmel asking the pair what their friendship is like and if they are working on music together. Combs said, "I think that we have become friends in a strange way," to which Bieber, then 16, said, "It's like Rob and Big," in reference to skateboarder Rob and his bodyguard, the late Christopher Big Black Boykin. Now, Diddy went on to say, "He's to a lot of us. He's like a little brother. He's not afraid to call and ask for advice. He's somebody that, industry-wise, the record industry is a strong family. He's somebody that we definitely have our arms around, and we want to protect him because he's genuinely such a nice person besides his talents." He then added, "He's one of the greatest kids you could ever know." Bieber then reached out to shake hands with Combs as the two laughed and kind of pointed to one another. Jimmy Kimmel then said, "Diddy bought his son a Bentley. Maybe he could buy you one also while you're at it." Bieber then responded by saying, "He got me a Lamborghini. I haven't gotten it yet though." Kimmel then asked, "Well, when is that coming?" Diddy then said the Lamborghini was for a day or two and he had access to the house, and that he knows better than to be talking about the things that he's done with Big Brother Puff on national television, and said that everything ain't for everybody. That's a little weird. But also, another creepy video has surfaced between the two stars when Justin was 15. Diddy and Justin were hanging out, and Diddy said on video he's having 48 hours with Diddy, where we are hanging out, and what we're doing we can't really disclose, but it's it's definitely a 15-year-old's dream. He continued to say, "I've been given custody of him. He's signed to Usher, and I had legal guardianship of Usher when he did his first album. I don't have legal guardianship of him," being Justin, "but for the next 48 hours, he's with me and we're gonna go full crazy." In another recently resurfaced video, the singer is actually seen talking about wanting to protect Billie Eilish from the music industry. Bieber shared his feelings towards Eilish, and in 2020, while speaking with Apple Music's Zane Lowe ahead of the release of his album Changes, the pop star tearfully told Lowe about his own experiences in the music industry as a young artist. He said it was hard for, him being that young and that being in the industry and not knowing where to turn, and everyone kind of telling him that they loved him and then would turn their back on him in a second. He said, "I just want to protect her. I don't want her to go through anything that I went through. I don't wish that upon anybody." Bieber also confessed that he has been, living in shame. Since Bieber has welcomed his son, however, he's been super focused on that and hasn't spoken out about Diddy, but it's clear to most that Diddy took advantage of him over the years. In how many different ways? We don't even know. But just like everything else coming to light, I'm sure one day we'll find out more. Jenny McCarthy took advantage of Justin Bieber. She found herself in some boiling hot water and has also been accused of taking advantage of Justin's innocence. The Masked Singer judge is under immense scrutiny after a video of her interaction with Justin Bieber during the American Music Awards in 2012 has resurfaced. A clip of Jenny getting aggressively handsy with Justin on stage as she presented him with an award has gone viral again on social media. The reason behind the massive backlash is, Jenny and Justin's age difference. At the time, the 2012 American Music Awards were filmed, Jenny was 40 years old while Justin was just 18 years old. In the video, Jenny put both of her hands around Justin's neck and forcibly planted a kiss on the back of his neck as the teenager squirmed and tried to get away. Justin Bieber felt violated by Jenny, and it was such an awkward interaction that honestly it just left a lot of people uncomfortable and questioning if roles had been reversed, what would have happened. There would have likely been so much outrage, of course, and Jenny persisted, however, and even grabbed his backside as he walked towards the podium. Justin even said, "Wow, I feel violated right now." McCarthy later admitted to her inappropriate behavior, but joking about the encounter in interviews. She confessed, saying, I kind of harassed him, and she called it her cougar fantasy. Now, despite the disturbing nature of the incident, McCarthy brushed it off as spontaneous and playful, leaving many unsettled by her comments. She even said something like, "I couldn't help it. He was just so delicious, so little, and just, I wanted to tear his head off and eat it." That's weird. Katy Perry, to piggyback off of that last one, he also had a similar encounter with Katy Perry. According to a throwback clip from the first part of NBC's Justin Bieber All Around the World tour in 2012, the rising star was spotted in a very difficult situation with Katy Perry. In an alarming moment, Katy Perry, who was around 27 at the time, was spotted grabbing 18-year-old Justin Bieber's behind at the Capitol Summertime Ball while hugging for an interaction. She never apologized for this or for making him uncomfortable. She likely never will. Last is James Corden and Ellen DeGeneres. Justin Bieber sadly faced further atrocities from talk show hosts like James Corden and Ellen, dating back to 2011 when the Brit Awards was being hosted by James Corden. Bieber faced an uncomfortable situation while being seated beside Corden at the same table. During the event, James Corden made the pop star visibly restless by repeatedly telling him how amazing he smelled, and asking about his age before asking further inappropriate remarks and comments. Now, as per snippets shared online, Corden can be heard stating that he never smelled so good when he was that age, and then moving on to complimenting Bieber's dreamy eyes. Fast forward to 2015, Justin Bieber faced a humiliating situation on national television when he appeared on the infamous Ellen DeGeneres show. Therein, crossing all limits of absurdity, the host known for making celebrities uncomfortable, presented, naked pictures of Bieber on the big screen that were previously taken by paparazzi without consent. Despite being repeatedly violated by industry people, fans seemingly turned a blind eye to Bieber's challenges when it happened. He's gone through so much, and honestly, I feel bad for him and his mental health at this point. Nobody, said this industry was easy, but no one deserves to be taken advantage of either.
An interview between Justin Bieber and Diddy has recently resurfaced, and it's taking the internet by storm. Diddy wanted the younger star to keep quiet about whatever was happening at their hangouts, and after all the recent allegations against Diddy Combs, people are voicing their concerns. Popular music artist Sean Diddy Combs, responsible for songs like I'll Be Missing You and I Need a Girl, was recently arrested, and new details about the serious situation are coming out daily. It started with the November 2023 lawsuit from one of his ex-partners, and it continued with multiple other individuals coming forward to share their stories of Diddy's misconduct, and the latest development is a 2011 Jimmy Kimmel live interview resurfacing. Kimmel is interviewing Combs and a young Justin Bieber. At this point in time, Bieber was quite close to Combs, it seems, good friends. Combs even referred to Bieber as a little brother throughout the interview. Still, the age difference between the two is staggering, about 24 years. So of course, Kimmel questioned how this duo even came to be, asking if the pair were possibly working together, to which Diddy denied, instead sharing that the two became friends in a strange way.
I mean, I think that we become friends in a strange way, you know?
Like Robin Big.
No real elaboration on that statement. Diddy just kind of continues on, saying that Bieber is like a little brother to a lot of people in the music industry. He will call up Diddy and presumably others in the industry for advice when needed, and then his next statements just start feeling a little bit icky with everything the public now knows about him. Diddy starts talking about how himself and others in the strong family that is the record industry want to keep their arms around Justin and protect him because he is such a nice person.
And he's somebody that, you know, we definitely have our arms around and we want to protect him.
Back in 2011, when this interview came out, these statements raised no red flags as far as the public knew. Diddy was a great guy, a big help to a rising star, and a music icon. In fact, people clapped for him in the interview because, well, these are nice things to say about a 16-year-old Bieber. However, in 2024, with everything we now know about Combs and his behind-the-scenes lifestyle, his comments are way more off-putting and uncomfortable. Justin appears to be pretty at ease during the interview, joking around with Combs and Kimmel. When Kimmel plays off the little brother comments by suggesting Combs buy Bieber a car like he did his actual son, Bieber is quick to play along, saying, "He got me a Lamborghini, I haven't gotten it yet though." This is somehow the moment that shifted the conversation into questionable territory. Kimmel asks when the car is coming, to which Diddy responds that Bieber had the Lamborghini for a day or two, and this is where it gets weird in 2024, and he had access to the house, and he knows better than to be talking about the things that he does with Big Brother Puff on national television. Everything ain't for everybody. This is met with lots of laughter from the audience because who would have ever thought that anything shady could be going on behind the scenes with this guy? This entire conversation and interaction is likely referring to the 48 hours Diddy and Justin had spent together around this time. That's right, a young Justin Bieber was left in Combs' care for a full 48 hours. Now, how did that even happen? Well, there is an explanation out there. Nowadays, musicians' YouTubes are more for uploading music videos or some behind the scenes content, but 15 years ago, vlogs were super common and uploaded pretty frequently by big stars, including Bieber. He did in fact shoot a quick 2-minute video with Diddy, and it is in fact still up on Justin Bieber's YouTube channel today. So let's get into it. The video starts out with Diddy and Bieber looking at a luxury car, which is, you guessed it, a Lamborghini, just like they were talking about in the Kimmel interview. In the vlog, Diddy is shown telling Justin that when he turns 16 to come back down to use the car, even saying the keys would be his. And that makes some of those Kimmel comments make a lot more sense. But how did Bieber even end up in the position to be hanging out with Diddy anyways? The caption of the vlog explains that, saying that Justin had produced a song for Combs that he wanted to show him, and the Beliebers got his attention and made it happen. As the mini vlog continues, Combs and Bieber start discussing what they're gonna do. I mean, Combs is almost 40 and Bieber hasn't hit 16 yet, so really, what are they gonna do? Combs' answer to that question is, where are we hanging out and what we doing we can't really disclose, but it's definitely a 15-year-old's dream.
Where we hanging out and what we doing, we can't really disclose. It's definitely a 15-year-old's dream.
And I think collectively we're all hoping it was paintball and music producing, but still, that is a very concerning statement from Combs. Combs continues on sharing that he had custody of Bieber for the 48 hours he was with him, and then shared how he had legal guardianship of Usher when he produced his first album. The short video finishes with Diddy promising that him and the young star were going to go full crazy. Bieber suggested they start the 48 hours by going to get some girls, to which Diddy responded, "Man after my heart."
He's with me, so and we gonna go full crazy.
going crazy.
All in all, this video could not have aged worse. It's surprising that the video is even still up on Justin's channel, and even more surprising, the comment section is still active. Many users are commenting their concerns over the contents of the conversation. One user bringing up the fact that despite this video being up almost 14 years, no one's questioned it till now. We don't know exactly what happened during those 48 hours, however, something weird must have went down because it seems Justin stopped contacting Combs afterward. Diddy visited Bieber in studio a little while after the 48 hours, and Justin looked noticeably less at ease than he had in that first vlog together. Diddy also seemed to be getting on Justin's case for not contacting him or staying in touch as much, which is an odd thing to be requesting from someone almost 24 years your junior. Diddy is still getting on the young star's case, suggesting that because he's a big deal now, selling out arenas and everything, that's why he stopped calling and that's why they stopped hanging out.
Selling out arenas and everything? Starting to act different, huh? You ain't been calling me and hanging out the way we used to hang out.
Comments the baby singer has made as he gets older have also raised some red flags about what he has gone through in the industry. Comments about how he wants to protect younger artists and getting emotional in interviews.
It was hard for me being that young and being in the industry and not knowing where to turn. And
it's no secret that Justin has had a rough go in the music industry and has publicly coped with his trauma in unglamorous ways. As more and more information comes out about those he was surrounded with at the time, people are creating more and more theories that make his outbursts make sense. However, it seems Bieber is looking to put all the harder events of his upbringing behind him. An insider close to the singer has shared that amongst all this, he just wants to focus on being a great dad and husband. Bieber welcomed his first child with Hailey Bieber in August after announcing the pregnancy back in May. His fans and the general public do wish for the best for the singer. The same cannot be said though for Sean Diddy Combs, of course, and as the charges and evidence continue to pile up against him, he loses public favor with every passing day. Recently, it's come out that one of his youngest victims wasn't even Justin's age when he first met Combs. As it stands, Combs is facing a minimum of 15 years and a max of a life sentence. Combs has continued to deny that he ever harmed anyone.
Surprise, surprise, Justin and Hailey Bieber are going through a rough patch, and Hailey is apparently at her wit's end. We all know that Hailey and Justin's relationship has been a whirlwind between everything that's happened with Selena Gomez, the cheating rumors, and now their baby. Recently, Justin has been spotted out and about, and he does not look good. Now, this has been the second time he's been spotted out looking down, while there have been rumors swirling about his 6-year marriage to Hailey. Now, apparently, Hailey has called him out on this unacceptable behavior. You see, Hailey was seen leaving a restaurant alone around 4:30 p.m., while Justin, without his wife, arrived with a group of friends just half-hour later and was seen leaving solo at 6:40 p.m., which is honestly just weird. Sources close to the couple revealed that Justin's wary look may be the result of him becoming borderline reclusive, struggling with the pressures of large crowds and the constant spotlight after years in the public eye. Justin has been struggling for the last couple of years, and a significant part of that is down to his worry about being in certain public situations, a source said. He's built up a deep fear of being out in spaces with lots of people, and has a deep-seated worry about large crowds. That is one of the reasons why he's not done any touring for a while. Now, Justin is focused on trying to heal and get better by staying away from too many outings, away from his homes, where he'd have to mix with strangers, and that in turn has made him borderline reclusive at times, they said. But sources have told DailyMail.com that Hailey's friends are growing increasingly concerned about Justin's unacceptable behavior, with some reportedly urging her to leave the musician. Hailey's been struggling with Justin almost since the start of the marriage, the insider said last week. She loves him madly, but he is a loose cannon. Some of her friends have advised her to go it alone and leave him, the source shared. His behavior is sometimes unacceptable. She's put up with a lot. The insider said Hailey and those close to her were hopeful that he would change after the arrival of their first child, son Jack Blues Bieber, in August 2024, but despite being there for her, little has changed. When the baby was born, he was there for her, and she thought being a father would change him for the better, but it hasn't stuck. they added. Then there was also the fact that Justin unfollowed Hailey on Instagram. Now people went crazy thinking that they finally ended things, but hours later Justin came back online to set the record straight. He shared an Instagram story where he said that someone managed to gain access to his account and unfollow Hailey. Someone went on my account and unfollowed my wife, he wrote over a white background. Shh, it's getting sus out here. But then, hours later, the Instagram story was deleted. Now, this isn't the first time that people have questioned their relationship, as over the years, more and more people have thought they've had their issues and that they were going to split. I mean, Justin and Hailey tied the knot in 2018, but speculation arose by Hailey's father, Stephen Baldwin, who posted about special challenges the couple were facing in a since-deleted Instagram post in February 2024. He asked for a little prayer for them to have wisdom, protection, and draw close to the Lord. Afterwards, a source told TMZ that Hailey was upset with her father over the comment, and Justin actually doesn't even follow his father-in-law on social media anymore. Then in April of 2024, people were convinced that the couple divorced in private as they were not seen together Easter weekend, and there was a lot of blind items going around on TikTok about the couple. I mean, they haven't had the best couple of years. Yes, they did welcome their son Jack Blues last year, but it didn't seem to fix their marriage. If anything, it seems to have made it worse. Now, Justin Bieber seems to have been in a poor headspace since last year when his former mentor and friend Diddy was arrested. Now, Diddy had been accused of running a crime ring that took advantage of and mistreated many people. Now, some people have speculated that Justin might have been one of his victims as they spent so much time together when he was younger. American singer Jaguar Wright revealed that Diddy had been trying to gain control over Justin, but struggled until Usher stepped in, took over management, and then ultimately handed Justin over to Diddy for 48 hours. Now, what really happened during those 48 hours, no one really knows, but a resurfaced video between Diddy and Justin has been circulating online and it's raising some eyebrows. In the video, they're at the studio together and Diddy confronts Justin about not responding to his messages or communicating as much anymore. Diddy says, "Starting to act different, huh? You ain't been calling me and hanging out the way we used to hang out." Now, Justin, who was young at the time, stuttered, saying, "I mean, you tried to get in contact with me through all my projects and whatnot, but you never got my number." He then felt so pressured that he actually gave Diddy his personal phone number. Social media users were then raising red flags, with one person tweeting, "This is a creepy video," while another one said, "Justin seems nervous around him." Although Justin himself hasn't made a statement about Diddy's arrest, multiple sources close to him have spoken to the press about his current state. According to a US Weekly source, Justin felt disgusted by the accusations against his former mentor. They added that Justin was advised to stay as far away as possible from anything and everything related to the now incarcerated rapper and producer. Now, another source for the same publication added that he's in a hard place mentally right now as he struggles to come to terms with the allegations against Diddy. The bond he shared with Diddy makes the accusations against him particularly tough to stomach, the source outlined. Then, according to Daily Mail sources, Justin felt isolated dealing with the revelations about Diddy and was sailing the waters alone. He apparently feels like there's no one who would understand his situation. As family members are concerned about Justin, it's unclear whether Diddy would have taken advantage of Justin at the time, as his family was nearby and his manager Scooter Braun really did care about him, they said. The last thing Justin wants to do is relive or even discuss his complicated friendship with Diddy, the source shared. But he's finally breaking his silence to his friends about his nightmare experience and the private hell it caused him. Now, this could be another reason why he's not doing too well and that Hailey is concerned for him. Now, a video of Diddy and Justin reuniting in 2021 has gone viral and it has people questioning if Diddy thought that Justin was working with the feds. In the video, it shows Diddy getting out of a car and approaching Justin, giving him a hug before patting him down on his chest and torso a few times. Now, the video was posted in 2021 by Justin himself on Instagram, and the Daily Mail then reshared the video with the title, "Disturbing Video of Diddy with Justin Bieber." The accompanying caption read, "A resurfaced video of Diddy and Justin Bieber hugging has sparked speculation that Diddy was checking to see if the pop star was wearing a wire." Now, the fact that Diddy thought he was wearing a wire makes me believe that he knew he was doing something bad and that the police were onto him. But I mean, why wasn't this a bigger red flag at the time? Fans are now seeing this video in a new light due to the Diddy allegations, and one fan commented, "The body language says it all, from smiling to a frown in 2 seconds. seconds. JB shakes his head like, no, I'm not wearing a wire. Now, many fans are encouraging Justin to tell his story, but only if he's comfortable. With Justin dealing with all of that, it's no shock that he's struggling in his marriage. And I'm sure that Hailey wants to help and be there for him, but if Justin doesn't open up and be honest with her, there's not much she can do, which contributes to the breakdown of their relationship. So I guess we'll just have to see if these two last and how they decide to move forward.
Justin Bieber subtly hinted that one Hollywood star was more evil than they let on years ago, but no one caught on. Now the secret is out and the truth has been revealed. Well, it's no secret that Justin Bieber has had a rough go in the entertainment world. From being discovered at such a young age, he had to grow up with millions of eyes watching his every move. He had famous mentors that attempted to help the star navigate Hollywood's growing pains. Most were genuinely trying to help the singer out, but one mentor in particular has been the subject of a recent scandal that has been toppling empires with every news story that emerges. And now fans are worried that that mentor did more harm than good to Bieber. I am of course talking about one man, Sean Diddy Combs. Combs has been arrested for allegedly intimately harming people or being the facilitator for that to happen to people. It allegedly happened at all of his big parties and events, and sometimes he would allegedly even throw events specifically for this. As of October of last year, the number of accusations against the star was at about 120. However, many people speculate that Diddy has hurt way more people than those that have come forward, including a young Justin Bieber, because those two actually knew each other for a long time and were pictured together often. Bieber was a fan of the rappers when they met, when Bieber was too young for a license. He had wanted to meet Combs because he was a fan, but also because he had produced a track for him. Beliebers helped get Combs' attention. I mean, Justin being signed to Diddy's protege Usher also helped a little bit. Justin was invited to spend 2 days with Diddy, the start of which was documented in a short video posted to Justin's YouTube. In the video, Diddy claimed that over the next 48 hours, the pair were going to go crazy, but he couldn't say exactly what and where they would be. However, he reassured watchers that it would be a 15-year-old's dream. At the time, people were like, oh, that's so great, he's taking care of Bieber. Now, however, people are very worried about what happened over those few days. Of course, no one can be 100% sure that Bieber did experience anything inappropriate unless he decides to come forward, should it be true, but some online theorists speculate that Bieber has been making statements, we just didn't have the context needed to understand them. Just a few months ago, Bieber's Yummy music video gained traction again after people speculated that there was a hidden meaning to it, citing things like food symbolizing certain acts, and older party guests constantly sitting at his table and sharing their meals with Bieber, and then towards the end there were dancers dressed in white, which are now making people think of Diddy's infamous white parties that were allegedly the backdrop for many of his alleged crimes. The video ends with a shot of Bieber's plate. It showed a picture of Little Him with Yummy written under. At the time, this was just a cute title card, cute picture in the song title, but now people think it's Bieber's way of saying that he was served on a plate or that Little Him was considered a treat to party guests. People began to recall how desperate Bieber was at the time of the song's release to get it out there. People were originally put off by how much Bieber was pushing the track and trying to get people to view the music video, but if the theories are true, it makes more sense. Fans also referred to the behind-the-scenes footage that showed Bieber breaking down on set. The star said that he was just feeling off, but fans couldn't help but wonder if the breakdowns were actually a result of Bieber reliving past experiences. Should the rumors that this video was Diddy-coded be true? When this song first came out, people criticized the lyrics pretty heavily. It isn't exactly Shakespeare with the repeated yummy yum chorus. However, some fans today theorize that there was more going on than people realized, that the word yummy sounds like young me, and it was another way that Bieber was trying to get his message across. Of course, this theory is very polarizing. Some people think it's completely ridiculous and others are more inclined to believe after all the Diddy accusations did come out. The pair would appear in interviews later that made people very uncomfortable watching them back today. Together, they made an appearance on Jimmy Kimmel Live in 2011, so that's 2 years after the 48 Hours with Diddy video. In the interview, Combs, Bieber, and Kimmel were talking about Bieber getting a car from Combs, to which Combs said Bieber had the Lamborghini for a day or two, and he had access to the house, and he knows better than to be talking about the things that he does with Big Brother Puff on national television. Everything ain't for everybody. Alright, pack it up. In the year 2024, these comments are deeply concerning. At the time, no one had any reason to believe there was evil lurking behind closed doors, but today, it's worrying, especially since Diddy was completely unwilling to share some of the activities that the two were going to get up to when they hung out for those 48 hours. A 2020 interview with Apple Music showed the more vulnerable side of Bieber when he shared how protective he feels about upcoming young artists because of his personal experiences. The interview was over 40 minutes long, and the topics ranged from Bieber's music to his personal life to, of course, his experience growing up in the music industry. From the sounds of it, it was very difficult being a public figure that young, which I know in other news water is wet. But in the section of the interview about this, you could see the weight of everything that Bieber went through resting on his shoulders. The star openly spoke about the negative side effects of the world of entertainment. He exposed the lack of loyalty, saying, "Everyone telling me they love me and just turn your back on you in a second." This could be referring to the industry itself. Everyone wanted to be seen with teen pop sensations because being connected to the most famous boy in the world would boost anyone's career at the time. But the minute the boy wondered does something wrong, it was like he was radioactive. Although Bieber did have his fair share of controversies, not all of them ended up being true, like the spitting on fans thing, that was actually debunked. But the car totaling and saying racially charged words and jokes, that did happen, though he did apologize for the latter. Still, it would be really difficult managing the pressures of growing up when you're not actually sure who you can lean on. There was even once an instance in which one of Bieber's friends sold a story about him to the press that earned that friend an alleged $40,000. But that's only scratching the surface of what the poor man has gone through. We may never know if anything went on behind closed doors, but there was unfortunately plenty to see happening out in the open. Clips of old Bieber interviews and similar situations have started popping up online again. One TikToker helpfully compiled many of them together, and it's a tough watch. It featured clips of Bieber's boundaries being disregarded, people thinking they can touch him whenever and wherever, asking really personal, invasive questions when he and much of his audience was not of age. There was even an instance in which a woman 22 years older than Bieber jumped him on a stage. There is, of course, more out there. This is just a handful of what happened, and that's just what happened to him. Who knows what he could have seen when he was younger at Hollywood parties and hanging out with Diddy. It's an unimaginable hardship for anyone that grew up normally, but Justin is trying to break the cycle, or at least offer a steady, supportive hand to young artists. In particular, the Apple interview touched on his friendship with Billie Eilish, and that is because Eilish is actually a huge believer. Like, in her words, he was her first crush, and she recognized Justin at Coachella 2019 because she knows his body language, how he stands, and where he wears his pants, which is truly something only a dedicated fangirl would know. She got the chance to work with Bieber on a remix of her song Bad Guy, and it would be safe to say that Bieber probably saw a bit of himself in her. In the interview, he talked about how he feels protective over her because he doesn't want her to go through anything he went through because he doesn't wish that upon anybody. And he's not all talk. He gave Eilish his number with the promise that if she calls, he will answer. If she needs help, she can count on him. He understands growing up not knowing who he can turn to, and if he can help it, it won't happen to Eilish. Bieber was clear that he would never wish to force a friendly relationship with Eilish, but he wants to leave the opportunity open should she need it. This sentiment actually echoes a 2013 interview Justin and his manager Scooter Braun did. Scooter said that he was learning to let Justin grow and make mistakes and just be there for him through it all as a role model and a solid figure. Funny how things come full circle. And if you're wondering if Billie ever did call, the answer is yes. In June of last year, Billie shared the message that she would give a younger her, and it was, "You can and have and do call Justin Bieber at any given time. Anytime you want, you can, and he'll answer." That is 4 years after Justin's Apple Music interview, so it's clear he is a man of his word.
Trouble in Paradise, or just another notch on the rumor mill bell. Justin and Hailey are heading towards a very messy $300 million divorce battle, and I'm explaining why. Justin Bieber and Hailey Bieber have been making headlines following their divorce rumors. Justin, known very recently for wearing pants that are almost on the floor, has sparked buzz online amid speculations of divorce from his wife Hailey Bieber. Well, nothing has been made official till now, but recent reports have suggested that the couple have headed for the divorce. Now, this news has gone viral, leaving fans in shock. So the question is Justin and Hailey headed for a divorce, and if so, why? Well, after nearly 6 years of marriage, sources close to the couple have hinted that the two may be heading exactly in that direction for various reasons. This has left fans and followers questioning what's really going on between the pair, and when did it all go wrong? Well, at the heart of it all, reports suggest that Hailey's main concern is her son, which is fair. The founder of beauty brand Rhode seems to be prioritizing her child's well-being, and as a result may consider distancing herself from Justin, according to media reports, that is. Now, this could also involve seeking a portion of his fortune and full custody of their 5-month-old son Jack Blues. The duo had like an on and off relationship before they announced their engagement. Now, while they weren't dating officially at the time, he was spotted with his companions, one of them, being his past lover Selena Gomez at the time. That caused a lot of controversy. Now, they went on to date, with Justin telling GQ in 2016 that he was hesitant to commit to an exclusive relationship for, the fear of hurting Hailey in case they ended up together. He said, "What if Hailey ends up being the girl I'm gonna marry, right? If I rush into anything, if I damage her, then it's always gonna be damage." Interesting. That's very much giving foreshadowing to me, am I right? Well, the two ultimately had a very dramatic split in 2016. They reunited in June of 2018 and embarked on a whirlwind month-long romance that culminated in a Bahamas engagement and subsequent courthouse marriage. The pair insisted that they were just, good friends and that there was nothing more to it. According to an interview Hailey did with E! News following an uptick in their Instagram photos together. Now, she said, "I've known him since I was so young, since I was like 13. We've just been good friends over the years," adding, "We have just stayed very close and there's nothing more to it than that." Justin appeared to be on the same page, posting a photo of him and Hailey on Instagram later that month with the caption that read, "People are crazy. I'm super single and this is my good friend. You would know otherwise." And by July 2018, the pair shocked fans when the news broke that the singer had popped the question to Hailey during a very romantic dinner at a local restaurant while on vacation in the Bahamas. Justin was quick to confirm the pair's happy news on Instagram, addressing his bride-to-be saying, "Hailey, I am so in love with everything about you. So committed to spending my life getting to know every single part of you, loving you patiently and kindly. I promise to lead our family with honor and integrity, letting Jesus through his Holy Spirit guide us in everything we do and every decision we make." Justin continued to say, "My heart is completely and fully yours, and I will always put you first. You are the love of my life, Hailey Baldwin, and I wouldn't want to spend it with anybody else." By September 2018, they moved in together, and by November of that same year, Hailey changed her last name to Bieber on all of her socials. The pair got matching tattoos of peaches to celebrate his hit song by the same name in 2021, and in March of 2022, Hailey was shockingly hospitalized for having a mini stroke, with Justin saying how incredibly scary it was, which I could imagine, honestly. But by May 2022, Justin admitted that he went through a very emotional breakdown early on in his marriage. Well, was that the first red flag, or? Justin Bieber was diagnosed with Ramsay-Hunt syndrome in June of 2022. This is a rare neurological disorder. It's the same virus that causes chickenpox and shingles, and by May 2023, Hailey said she really wanted kids with Justin so bad. Well, fast forward to May 2024, her wish was granted when they announced they were expecting a baby. Now, insiders claim that Hailey has been dealing with difficulties in the marriage almost from the start. An insider close to the star said Hailey has been struggling with Justin since day one. They said that she loves him madly, but he's a loose cannon. The constant pressure on Hailey's emotional and mental health has led her friends to urge her to actually leave Justin. They believe that his unacceptable behavior is taking a massive toll on her, could possibly be even the reason why she had a stroke. Now, apart from the troubled marriage, Justin Bieber is reportedly facing anxiety about the upcoming trial involving his former mentor, Sean Diddy Combs. The National Enquirer recently reported that Justin is worried about potentially testifying in the case. Although Combs maintains his innocence, a source shared, he's worried that revealing his connection to Combs could ruin his career and his life, which is fair because, based off what Diddy is involved in, anyone found guilty of knowing more or being more involved than they've led us to believe absolutely will lead to a canceling of no other, and possible jail time? I don't know, but I know nobody wants to be connected to Diddy in any way right now. A source close to the couple shared that Hailey finally agreed to date Justin actually back in 2015 when he promised to stay clean and sober. Now, he has stuck to that all through their relationship and 6 years of marriage. So to see him backslide now, especially since he is a new dad, is absolutely frightening to Hailey. Hailey is reportedly, feeling very overwhelmed by Justin's woe is me attitude, and friends suggest that their marriage may just be on the brink of collapse. Their marriage is looking like it cannot be saved, an insider revealed. This insider also said Hailey's main concern, of course, is her son. She will take Justin to the cleaners to make sure Jack is provided for and wash her hands of Justin as, he slides further and further down a hole. Despite his personal problems, Justin Bieber has built a massive fortune. From a young singing sensation, he quickly became one of the most successful pop stars in the world. His estimated net worth as of 2025 is about $300 million, while Hailey's is about $20 million, so making that a combined net worth of about $320 million. But Justin Bieber Bieber makes a lot of money, not only through album sales, tours, brand partnerships, and business ventures, but he's also sold over 150 million albums worldwide, and his tours, generate a lot of money as well, sometimes earning about $80 million a year. He has a successful fashion label named Drew House, and his underwear campaign with Calvin Klein earns him about $2 to $4 million a year. In 2017 alone, he was actually paid $2 million by T-Mobile for his Super Bowl ad. So in January of 2023, he made shocking headlines as well by selling his 291 song catalog for $200 million. So he's worth a lot of money. And let it be known, this is actually, one of the highest amounts ever paid for an artist under 70. So if Hailey Bieber does move forward with the divorce, it could result in a huge financial settlement. Since Justin's $300 million net worth is at stake, Hailey might claim a large amount along with sole custody of their child. Speculation about the status, or I guess turbulence of the relationship, first sparked when fans noticed Justin had unfollowed Hailey on Instagram. However, this quickly subsided after Justin addressed it on social media, claiming that his account had been hacked. A response that raised eyebrows, of course, many people saying, yeah, right, if someone's gonna hack Justin Bieber's Instagram, surely they would do more than just unfollow Hailey. So, while nothing has been confirmed and tension surrounding the couple is palpable and their future together remains uncertain, we'll have to wait and see, of course. Now, the couple first met, back in 2009 when Hailey's father, Stephen Baldwin, introduced them and, gave them a quick handshake. Now, in December, however, he reportedly shared a video on Instagram expressing that co-parenting is tough, fueling rumors of distress in the Bieber house. Additionally, during the weekend of the Grammy Awards ceremony, he was actually spotted alone in New York City in a very disturbed state. He reportedly spent some time alone, but fans noticed the dark circles around his eyes and a hollow look. And with a year-old video of the Canadian singer with, again, Sean Diddy Combs resurfacing, concerned fans have linked his past trauma to his somber-looking, nearly unrecognizable transformation. Now, the singer has previously opened up about his physical and mental health challenges. Amid grooming fears, medical experts have actually tied the disgraced rapper to Justin's, silent health troubles. One board-certified surgeon, Dr. Gaurav Bharti, observed visible changes like Bieber's, receding hairline, hollow face, developing wrinkles, dark circles, and actually said that these changes can be attributed to several factors, including, of course, natural aging, stress, nutrition, weight loss, skincare habits, but, prolonged poor sleep and inadequate recovery, could be responsible as well. And Bieber has alluded to surviving trauma as a child. Even though he has not spoken publicly about what's happened, it is possible that the shame, pain, and loss he has experienced has resulted in early aging and change in his appearance. Oftentimes undigested trauma and stress can lead to a variety of health issues. And with the Diddy scandal blowing up like never before, this old YouTube video from the time when Bieber was 15 resurfaced and went viral. The infamous clip catches then 40-year-old Sean Diddy Combs saying to the camera, he's having 48 hours with Diddy where we are hanging out, and what we're doing we can't really disclose, but it's definitely a 15-year-old's dream. We're gonna go full crazy. Now, this resurfaced video sparked outrage. A lot of people are wanting answers. The truth is likely to come out soon, so we'll just have to wait and see. But what do you guys think will happen? Will Justin and Hailey actually get divorced? Is Diddy to blame for all of this somehow? Let me know your thoughts.
Justin posted a photo dump on Instagram. Fans were excited to see new photos of the star, except there was one problem. One photo he posted was of him crying. Now, this had fans speculating. Did Hailey and Justin break up? Because this theory has been floating around for a while now. Are you okay, bro? One fan wrote, as another added, it'll be okay, bro, peace of mind to you, sooner than later, friend. And who made you cry? Another fan asked. Now, on his post though, Hailey commented, a pretty crier. She appeared to further squash the speculation of any marital issues as she reposted a thirst trap of Justin. Oh, I'm unwell, she wrote on her Instagram story, with a shirtless photo of the Justice artist dripping wet in front of a tropical sunset. But was this just a cover-up? You see, Justin and Hailey tied the knot in 2018, and they've since frequently been met with rumors of marital trouble. Speculation was recently reignited by Hailey's father, Stephen Baldwin, who posted about special challenges the couple was facing in a since-deleted post on Instagram in February. He asked for a little prayer for them to have wisdom, protection, and drop close to the Lord. Afterwards, a source told TMZ that Hailey was upset with her father over the comment. Recently, 2022, Hailey called out some blind items on TikTok, which referenced marital troubles and accused her of cheating. Just FYI, the stories and constant blind items I see on TikTok are 100% of the time wrong, she wrote last month on her Instagram story. Made out of thin air, come from the land of delusion, she said. So I know it may be fun feeding into these stories, but just know they're always false. Sorry to spoil it, added Hailey. Now, it's even been rumored that the pair are living apart, and people are even more convinced about this due to Hailey not posting any Easter pictures with Justin. Now, there's always been a lot of controversy and concern over this couple's relationship, and I honestly don't think that the rumors will ever end. One of the biggest rumors is about Justin's on and off again relationship with Selena Gomez and the real reason he married Hailey. Now, we all know that Justin and Selena were on and off, and the last time they were spotted together was in 2018, just 2 months before he announced his engagement with Hailey. Fans, and myself, actually believe that Justin had proposed to Selena when they were together, only for him to get turned down. Justin then rekindles his romance with Hailey, and they shared the news of their engagement. Why hurry though? Maybe it's because Justin thought marriage would solve his problems, as this was something he's admitted to believing once in the past, which was wrong. But others think he married Hailey so he could get his visa. The rumor began when DJ Khaled and Drake's song Popstar resurfaced online. Justin is seen in the music video mouthing the lyrics "Ariana, Selena, my visa," which some people believe refers to the girls he's been with. Now, fans speculate that "my visa" is referring to Hailey, which is honestly just funny to me. Now, for those of you who don't know, Justin is a Canadian citizen. He has allegedly always resided in the US on what's known as the O1 visa, which is for individuals with an extraordinary ability in the arts or extraordinary achievement in motion pictures or television industry. Now, unfortunately for Justin, the O1 visa is a non-immigrant visa and it doesn't lead to permanent residency, which is what he needs to be a citizen. Now, a US marriage green card allows a foreign spouse to live and work in the country, and they can also apply for citizenship after 3 years, but if you're applying under the 3-year rule, you might face scrutiny over the authenticity of your marriage. The 5-year rule, however, doesn't need to consider the marital union portion of the visa, so someone under this visa might have a higher chance of becoming a US citizen if they apply after 5 years. And in September, Hailey and Justin had their 5-year anniversary. Now, is Justin done with her now that he can get residency? I guess we'll just have to wait and see what happens, but personally, I don't see this marriage lasting another 5 years. With the way that Justin treats Hailey, it appears that they're not the best fit, so maybe it's a good thing that this marriage will be coming to an end. Now, in public, it seems like Justin doesn't really seem to care about Hailey. This has been shown in many videos from the paparazzi, as he once hilariously shut a car door on Hailey who was getting out behind him, and the other time he ran away from paparazzi skateboarding without Hailey. Now, to make things worse, she ran to catch up with him and she fell, and Justin didn't even help her up. Then, in many photos and videos, it seems like Justin isn't too friendly with his wife Hailey on the red carpet. She speaks to him and he doesn't say anything or walks away, barely smiles, and rarely gets close to her. You'd think as a couple they'd have their hands around each other or even just hold hands, but nope. Now, last year, Hailey got into a bitter feud with Justin's ex, Selena Gomez. The internet was on Selena's side and they were ruthless to Hailey. But did Justin stand up for his wife? Nope. He did not. The one standing up for Hailey has actually been Selena herself. Regarding the situation, Selena has encouraged fans to once again to stop harassing her and Hailey. A TikTok user told fans to leave both the women alone in a video, pointing out they would not read the mean comments left on their pages. Selena then commented facts on the post. The internet hated Hailey and she was then getting dragged day in and day out, but Justin hadn't come to Hailey's defense once, which is just strange. Now, in the past, he'd make posts and stand up to the haters when they were hating on Selena, but everything about Hailey? Nothing. Now, the one standing up for Hailey was actually Selena, and regarding the situation, Selena had encouraged fans once again to stop harassing her and Hailey even called Selena to ask her to help with the hate, but again, Justin did nothing. Now, could that whole situation be the straw that broke the camel's back with their relationship? It appears that Justin doesn't really care or respect her. Could this be because Justin is finally realizing that Hailey is trying to copy everything his ex does? You see, many fans have accused Hailey Hailey of copying and even wanting to be Selena, and they've lined up all the proof. Hailey has copied a lot of Selena's outfits and copied her makeup artist and nail techs to get the same look. Then she copied Selena's tattoos and how she speaks, and has even become friends with Selena's friends. She speaks the same way, copied her cooking show, and her beauty brand. It's all just very weird, and I'm sure it's even weirder for Justin. I personally don't think this marriage will last too much longer, and that Hailey is just trying to cover things up to make them appear better than they really are. Not to mention, Hailey has been acting a little strange online too. Though she's been posting thirst traps of Justin, it appears that she's deleting pics of the two from her account. Now, eyebrows were raised when eagle-eyed fans noticed that she wiped off most pictures with her husband on Instagram. You see, that's usually something that you do when you break up with someone, so it's just strange. Now, to celebrate the new year, Hailey shared a bunch of photos from a beach getaway, and she captioned her post, 2024, I'm along for the ride. What fans couldn't help but notice though was Justin's absence from the pictures. Many questioned if there was trouble in paradise or if the it couple was heading for divorce. A user commented, divorce coming, cause ya acting shady. Another wrote, you ruined relationships with bad games and bad energies and grew your career by completely upsetting people. You failed the test of humanity. A fan then slammed Hailey by saying, you've used Justin, stalked him, and married him at his most low and vulnerable time. You should have told him to heal first, he needs to heal, but yours and your dad's plan worked. You got the man, but how miserable he looks, he knows he made a mistake. Stop dragging him everywhere and call paparazzi, he hates the public attention. Don't you want him to heal and be happy? Now it seems like his fans are really passionate about not liking Hailey and thinking she's using him. You see, in the year 2020, Justin was a guest on the Ellen DeGeneres show hosted by Demi Lovato. Demi asked him how he and Hailey met, and he says that they met at an early morning taping of the Today Show and he thought that she didn't want to be there. He said her dad dragged her out of bed to go, and that because she was raised Christian and he was raised the same way, he said, I'm pretty sure it was an arranged marriage. Now Demi and the audience laugh at this, but there might be some truth in this. He followed up by saying, looking back now, it was definitely an arranged marriage. They set this whole thing up. He then repeats it again as he comes to this realization. So, is it an arranged marriage? Some think so. Now, back to the weird stuff happening on social media. In December, Hailey reshared a cryptic post on her Instagram stories about being alone. It read, you don't get tired of being alone, and the following line said, me alone, along with 3 pictures of Hailey putting on makeup, sleeping, and drinking a cup of coffee while wearing a fluffy white robe. Again, people were wondering, where is Justin? Now, in October 2023, an insider revealed that Hailey and Justin were struggling in their marriage. He acts like a needy kid all the time, and she's constantly having to apologize for him and try to get him to act like an adult, the source told Radar Online. The insider also alleged that Hailey is fed up with Justin's immature behavior after being embarrassed during an event they attended to promote her skincare brand, Rhode. Now, another source told the National Enquirer that their marriage is based on Justin's childish needs, and Hailey and Justin got married very young and didn't know what they were getting into, and it's been up and down ever since. Now, not to mention, last week a photo emerged of the couple attending Coachella earlier this month that seemed to add to speculation of marital troubles. A group shot captured the couple leaning drastically away from one another, causing fans to analyze their body language. Hailey draped her arm on a friend to her right, while Justin tilted his head away from the pair to the left. The way he's leaning away from her, one person wrote on Reddit. Yikes. Justin Bieber, who has been in the headlines since the arrest of his former mentor Sean Diddy Combs, has reportedly dealt a huge blow. It's been less than 2 decades since he became a global superstar, and his launch to stardom happened quickly, and now the singer is worth hundreds of millions of dollars. However, making lots of money means paying a lot of taxes, which has not happened in at least one case, leading to Biebs getting hit with a significant tax penalty. Last week, TMZ reported that Justin Bieber, who became a dad this past summer with Hailey Bieber, was considering suing his business managers. The singer apparently feels that his finances have not been handled properly for years. Now, We now have a specific example of just what might be the problem, as Justin reportedly owes nearly $400,000 in unpaid property taxes. In January 2023, Justin purchased a home in Coachella Valley, California, near the home of his former manager Scooter Braun, worth $16.6 million. Now, a house that expensive comes with a pretty significant property tax bill, $380,349 to be exact. Now, half of those taxes were due on October 10th, but according to The Sun, which says it has seen the records, the bill has not been paid. The taxes, which cover 2022 and 2023, haven't been paid by Justin, who parted ways with his former business managing firm, TriStar, in 2022. If that's the case, then tax penalties will likely be assessed, and the tax penalty on a $380,000 bill is likely significant. Now, Bieber can almost certainly afford it, as the singer sold his music catalog the same month he bought the house for $200 million. Now, Justin is far from the first star to end up in trouble over taxes, though. Other celebrities have been arrested for non-payment of taxes, as well as alleged tax fraud. However, the fact that the bills have not been paid may be part of the reason the singer is considering legal action against his former business managers. A well-placed source exclusively revealed that we're told the argument against suing is that Justin went through a period where he was spending wildly. However, the representative of the managing firm, John Houston, said in a statement, Justin Bieber is not considering legal action against TriStar. We did nothing wrong in our brief 18 months of representing him, and he is aware of this, John said. He added, "We were not involved in any alleged unpaid property bills." Now, it's unclear exactly how many people could be sued or how much Justin believes has been lost, but more than one manager is reportedly the target of any potential lawsuit, and a lot of money could be at stake. Justin Bieber's current team is apparently not entirely sold on the idea of suing. Some are reportedly suggesting that Justin himself is at least partially to blame for any financial problems, as he has been known to spend a lot of money on everything from private jets and houses to church donations. This new update of Justin's life is no less than a setback for the singer, who recently embraced fatherhood after the birth of his son, Jack Blues Bieber, who he welcomed with Hailey Bieber. Now, it's important to mention Puff Daddy's arrest for various crimes has reportedly overwhelmed the Yummy singer, with sources saying he wasn't protected enough. So, who was Justin's former management team at TriStar? Well, one of them just so happened to be Lou Taylor, and you should know that name because one of Lou's employees, Robin Greenhill, was listed as Diddy's accountant and allegedly oversaw payments to certain workers. Now, the claims come from music producer Rodney Lil Rod Jones, who also accuses Combs of harassing and then doing worse to him. Now, as some readers will remember, Lou was previously accused of being involved in forming Britney Spears' conservatorship. Now, these are not the only times she's had bad press either. Lou was thrown into the spotlight when reports emerged that Britney was blaming her former business manager for many of her conservatorship-related issues. Justin have now hired a new business manager, Edward White, who founded Edward White & Co. in 1976. The California-based firm, which recently merged with Eid Bailey, provides tax and consulting services and has a client list of several Hollywood figures, including Jack Nicholson and Alan Paulson, as well as Lena Horne and Vince Scully estates. But what could all this mean for Justin's mental health? You see, back in 2019, Justin opened up on Instagram about his battle with depression, the diagnosis of which was publicly confirmed in February of that year. He wrote in the caption, "Just wanted to keep you guys updated, been struggling a lot, just feeling super disconnected and weird." It was an important step in his recovery, although the star, who quickly rose to fame when he was just 15 years old, isn't worried about himself. "I always bounce back, so I'm not worried, just wanted to reach out and ask for you guys to pray for me," he added. We as onlookers shouldn't dismiss his bravery. In fact, we should take Justin's admission very seriously. Now, Justin has also had a concerning year. On April 14th, Justin surprised the Coachella crowd when he joined WizKid and Tems on stage for a song. Though pleasantly delighting his fans, his recent music show appearance also sparked concerns among his friends, who are reportedly worried about him spiraling again. The 30-year-old singer has had a roller coaster worth of a journey with severe ups and downs, as a source in recent media reports claimed. Grappling with Lyme disease, depression, and anger management, Justin has previously acknowledged his frequent alcohol intake as well as his reliance on substances during his rock bottom moments. Now, the Insider also proclaimed that Coachella was indeed a huge accomplishment for the singer, but he's still very fragile. The ongoing lawsuits fixated on blowing the lid off Diddy have also taped Justin's name now and then, with several videos featuring Puffy blasting into the present from the past and going viral upon resurfacing. A concerning vision of Justin's early days in Hollywood has also come into focus. Multiple re-emerging clips have focused on unhealthy and creepy looks at Justin's connection with Puffy in his early days as an underage star who rose to fame. His fans have even raised fears of Justin possibly having witnessed the worst and darkest sides of Hollywood, especially with everything coming to light. Many worry about how his spiraling mental health at present can be attributed to the unspoken heinous misconducts that may have happened behind the curtains. Putting two and two together, Justin's fans have been on edge online and have frequently voiced their anxious thoughts. Now, adding to the hot mess, Justin took to his Instagram account on Saturday night, April 27th, to share a bunch of snaps, two of which were worrying pictures as fans took note of the singer's eyes filling up with tears. Sharing multiple posts on Instagram, he also showered his loved ones from the industry with much love, as he shared an endless streak of pictures of the members of his found family, including his wife Hailey Bieber, longtime buddy Jaden Smith, Will Smith, and many others. Now, the other posts were bubbling with energy and happiness, with clips capturing him in his element on stage or leisurely golfing and making the most of serenity by the beach. However, fans couldn't ignore the two pictures in which they caught his eyes welling up, linking it all with the unsaid truth and potential horrors of being exposed to showbiz at a young age. Worried fans correlated his gloomy mood in the photos to him crying out for help. Comments like, "I feel bad for him, he is broke, he's crying out for help," and "poor kid, Lord only knows what his parents allowed to happen to him just for fame," have been common staples on social media. Another user commented, "But he'll heal, I pray he does. Only God knows the true monstrosity he had to face as the first ever child YouTube star." Now, a fourth Twitter user prayed for his well-being. "Really hope he's okay, he's had quite the life."